Everybody knows Irene Michener. She is a needle expert. And that doesn't apply to opium or anything like that. How long have you been doing this, Irene?
Probably 35 years.
35 years now. This is beautiful. How long would it take to do one of these? So intricate. This is a tablecloth.
Yes.
If you can see it. You probably have been around this way. I can't lift it up, but unfortunately. Anyway, how long would it take for that?
Hard to say because it's individual pieces, and if I have a few minutes in the evening, I do a bit and put it away.
And how about this? Can I lift this up?
Sure.
Look at that.
That keeps you toasty warm in the winter.
That is a shawl?
Just a throw cover.
It's a throw cover. How long would it take to do that?
I don't know.
I guess that's an unfair question.
Same thing. It's done in pieces and then put together.
Right. And we have all kinds of things. She has cookies too. Anybody that's interested?
I love to bake.
And this is?
A little shopping bag.
A little shopping bag. How about that? You got that, Len?
Yeah, go to O.
And a baby doll.
The baby doll. How about that? Okay. Anything else you want to? The lamp?
Antimacassars from the past.
This is what?
They're called antimacassars.
Antimacassars. You know what that is?
Yes.
I don't.
They go on the back of your Chesterfield, and these smaller ones go on the arms and protect from...
Okay, they're protectors for the Chesterfield and armchairs. Some go on the back, some go on the arms. Okay?
And placemats, and this is our great-granddaughter.
Her granddaughter with all the things over her head. These type of things.
Tell them the story, Irene.
Well, I made the placemats for my children, and my great-granddaughter said, "Would you make me one big enough that I could use it as a dress?" She was 4 years old at the time. And I said, "Well, I can't make one big enough for a dress, but I'll make a bigger one for you." Next thing I knew is I got this picture of her, and she's made a headpiece with a what do you call it? That's not a crown.
Tiara?
Yes, like a tiara holding it on, and she thinks she's marvelous.
Everybody get that story?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good. Your voice is better than mine. I guess I'll have to tell you all about it. Jerry Burchett and his wife Hannah. Jerry is a coin collector of sorts, but it's rocks. Rock and roll, right? Rock and paste. Anyway, Jerry, explain what this is all about.
Well, anybody who knows me knows that this is not my hobby. My hobby is golf and a bit of carpentry and so on, but of course there comes a rainy day when I have to stay indoors, and Hannah recently has got me involved in art. And this is what we call rock art. And Hannah and I discovered this, I think, down in Nova Scotia.
yeah.
And we were into an antique shop, and there was some but there, and it was really wonderful, we thought. Anyway, we came home, and we got into this a little bit. Hannah does all the painting. I contribute some of the ideas as well as what we get off the computer. I do the frames, and then we do the rock things together. And they're all rocks Many of them from Newfoundland that we brought back because when we go there, we normally drive, so we come back with 200 or 300 pounds of rocks. And, you know, they're wonderful rocks. You can go anywhere pretty well down on the rock and get rocks. But they're not sharp rocks. They're all smoothed out for you so you don't have to do anything else with it.
Smoothed out by the ocean. Some are from Lake Superior as well. We go to Port Hope every once in a while. And when we do, we go up the beach and we collect rocks. Some too are from PEI. Wherever we go, we bring. We grew up on a rock.
Now, Hannah, of course, spent about 35 or 40 years doing quilting.
Yeah.
And when we moved into the new condo here 9 years ago, we built the bottom level ourselves, Hannah and I. She's as good a carpenter as I am, really. Handles a saw really well. And so we did that, and she's got a room down there, 26 by 19, and for those like Wally who has visited can tell you that it's full. I have a little tiny office in the back. I'm normally at the golf course.
Poor guy.
But anyway, those Hannah will explain her paintings. She only got into that 2 years ago, I think, Hannah.
Yeah. Anyway, I was a quilter for a number of years, and I sort of got tired of cutting up fabric and sewing it back together. So I said to Jerry, it's time that I did something else. So anyway, we were in Florida at the time, and I enrolled in a course for acrylic painting. I did one lesson, and the instructor broke her foot, so that was the end of that. So on one lesson, I just went home and I picked it up myself. Now this one is left over from the quilting. I did some courses in Nova Scotia called Fabric Art, and so that one is left over from the Fabric Art. And the other ones are I just work on my own now in the painting, and I love it.